when you were speaking, I think what came up was more that like being on track can mean a lot of different things. And it can also mean confronting your expectations and realizing that actually you are on track, maybe not in the way that you thought you were supposed to be on track. But for me, I do feel that
you're growing, because that's the progress part.
Right.
Are we growing? Are we getting better in some way, even if it's not the way we expected?
Yes. And then to answer that, then definitely yes. And I think that that's the question we would want to pose to people is more, are you making progress? And in what ways are you making progress? Whether they're the ways that you thought or wanted to make progress or not. And then that follows the other questions of, why.
I tell every client I'm working with, listen, as long as you are progressing, we're winning. Like, because people can really get caught up in outcome. Like, as long as you're progressing, and in some cases, as long as you're not going backwards, depending on where you are in life. Like, if you coming off of a really hard struggle, the goal might just be that I'm not going backwards. I've been able to stabilize and stay the same. Right. But as I'm thinking and processing what we're talking about right now, because I didn't set an intention for 2023 per se at this time. I didn't have a quote unquote goal for the year. Then I can't really report on that. But what I can report on is I am making progress in many ways, in many of my spheres. Right. So, so yeah, I think this is all really great conversation. This is exactly why we're doing this. Right. Because Lane, what's the stat on New Year's resolutions?
Yeah. So this makes me realize even this statistic it's interesting in a different way after what we just said. But the statistic is that less than 8% of people actually stick to their resolutions each year. But it's like, what does that mean? Like, you have I guess, like, we're talking about people sticking to like the exact thing that they said that they were going to do. But it's like, that's not talking about how many people actually made progress, because you can grow in other ways. But I do think that we get caught up in like, I'm not sticking to this thing that I said I was going to do at the beginning of the year. So now I failed,
Exactly. This is why I'm not a fan of New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Just not, because again, it's so much an external thing, because it seems like the thing to do because it's that time of year. And so you gotta show up to a goal or a desire as a desire, not as a thing that I'm doing because it's time to do that. I mean, I think that's part of the reason why people don't stick to it, because it's just people are doing what's trending. It's this time of the year. So this is the time. And it's about to be pool time. So I got better get my body right. I'm about to be at my wedding or somebody else. You know what I mean? So it's like all of that is for all the wrong reasons. So I think that's majorly why. So like, let's just learn like, you got to be doing stuff for you.